Like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, and get 1 week of amazing luck. Giants are regular characters in fairy tales and folklore. However, there were real-life giants that once lived here on Earth. They were exceptionally tall with heavy weights and voracious appetites to match. In most instances, they end up with life-threatening ailments as their bodies could no longer support their height and weight. Too often, they were regarded as circus exhibits and a jumble of statistics rather than humans who had the same wishes and dreams for their lives as the rest of us. Here are the top 10 real-life giants from history. Number 10. Robert Wadlow. This man weighed about 8.7 pounds when he was born, which isn't very exceptional but was similar to other babies. But what distinguished him from ordinary people right away was his remarkable growth at an early age. Robert Wadlow's parents had to buy him clothes meant for teenagers at the young age of 5 because he had already grown to a height of 5 feet 4 inches. At age 8, Wadlow had passed his father in height and towered over his 4 younger siblings. She obviously wasn't like other kids because Robert was able to take up his father and carry him up the stairs while the rest of them were still being carried by their parents. Unfortunately for Robert, his unusual height also came with a number of medical issues, ultimately resulting in his premature death at the age of just 22. Number 9. Bernard Coyne. Bernard Coyne was the highest uncoiled infantile giant and the tallest living person on the globe at one point in time. He was one of the very few people in medical history to have achieved a height of 8 feet or more. He reportedly wore American size 24 shoes. Due to liver hardness and a glandular condition, Coyne died in 1921 at the young age of 24. One of the key contributing factors to the inevitable medical issues he ended up having was his peculiarly unique height, resulting in his death far sooner than that of his age-mates. Number 8. Yao Defen. One of the most important parts of our body that controls growth hormone synthesis is the pituitary gland. There are serious repercussions when a tumor grows on such an important creature. This Chinese woman, who suffered from one of these tumors, lived a fairly miserable life until passing away in 2012 at the age of 40. According to Guinness World Records, Yao Defen was the tallest woman in the world, standing at 7 feet, 7 inches. Due to her condition, she also had an abnormally deep voice. She stood out from those around her for yet another reason. Despite the tumor being partially removed in 2006, Yao had already grown to a height of slightly more than 6 feet by the time she was 15. Although the exact reason for Yao's eventual demise is unknown, her general medical issues may have played a significant role. Number 7. Vishesh Patel. Until his death in Delhi in 2007, when a brain tumor operation went wrong, this Indian native and resident was regarded as the tallest individual to ever leave the nation. Astonishingly tall at 8 feet 3 inches, he became well known throughout the world for his extraordinary height. He was one of the few living giants the world has ever seen, in addition to being the tallest man in India. According to legend, Vishesh had 19-inch feet and hands that measured 13 inches each. He is well recognized for his role in the well-known Bollywood film Rang de Basanti. Number 6. Rahim Takiola. Not only is this Moroccan man incredibly tall, but he also holds the record for the biggest accomplishment ever performed. Over the years, both domestically and internationally, his stature has gained him a lot of attention. A school doctor requested a blood test for Takiola at the young age of 18 due to his extraordinary size. He eventually received an acromegaly diagnosis after experiencing a meter-high growth spurt in just 1 year. Takiola received cancer treatment in Paris after earning his university degree. The treatment was successful, and fortunately, the growth hormone level in his blood was reduced and kept at a normal level. Number 5. Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant is one of the most recognizable figures in professional wrestling, so you may be familiar with him. A man who is as impressive in person as he is in person. He had a dominant physical presence that made him seem like a real giant, and he also enjoyed celebrity status. He earned the moniker the Giant for his height of 7 feet 4 inches and weight of about 520 pounds, although Andre had no idea he would grow to this magnitude. He actually weighed 13 pounds at birth, which led physicians to detect gigantism in him right away. By the time he was 12 years old, Andre had already grown to a height of 6 feet 3 inches, which is unusual for children his age. At the age of 46, Andre passed away from heart failure. Number 4. Olivia Richters. This bodybuilder, who is also known as the Dutch Giants, is reputed to be among the tallest competitors in the sport's history. Olivia Richter easily towers over other well-known figures in the profession with a height of 7 feet 2 inches. His ability to overcome a birth deformity and finally develop a body that would not only change his life but also earn him some recognition is an interesting detail about him. Although he's doing well as a bodybuilder, Olivier eventually hopes to establish himself as an actor and try his luck in the world of professional wrestling. Given his unique appearance, we're pretty sure he'll be fine wherever he goes. Number 3. Sultancusin. A farmer from Turkey named Sultancusin ranks among the tallest persons the world has ever seen. However, since Cusin's height was the result of diseases like gigantism and acromegaly that were brought on by a tumor affecting his pituitary gland, this isn't the kind of height we're often impressed with. Sultan was a typical newborn who didn't start growing incredibly until he was 10 years old. In case you were wondering, this has nothing to do with genes because his parents and 4 siblings are all of ordinary height. The Sultan was never able to complete school and instead began working as a farmer to support his family because of his unexpected and unusual heights. Despite all the difficulties, Sultan believes that his height has many benefits, such as enabling him to assist his mother in hanging curtains or changing faulty light bulbs. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 2. Edouard Beaupre. Popularly known as Beaupre the Giant's one of the tallest men in history, Edward was a Canadian wrestler, a strong man, and a circus and freak show giant. Edouard had aspirations of being a cowboy as a child, and his size seemed to guarantee him a prosperous start. His time as a cowboy, however, was narrow because he had already become so tall that his feet would end up dragging the ground when he straddled a horse after only 2 years. After having his hopes of being a cowboy dashed, Edouard spent the majority of his life performing in freak shows before eventually dying in 1990 at a weight of 300 pounds, making even the strongest horses unable to carry him. Number 1. Margot Dok. With a height of 7 feet 2 inches, professional basketball player Margot Dok from Poland is among the tallest women you'll ever see. In addition to coaching the Northside Wizards of the Queensland Basketball League, she played the center position for several WNBA teams. Her mother was 6 feet 3 inches tall and her father was 6 feet 7 inches. There is also little doubt that Margot will also mature to a magnificent height. Though it came as a surprise, the fact that she outed both of her parents ultimately helped her develop into a basketball player of outstanding potential. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.